September asteroids. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, otherwise I could just go on and on and on. However, here's what you need to know. None of the asteroids are changing signs this month. Vesta is stationing retrograde later in the month. Otherwise, everybody else is carrying on with what they were doing before. So I'll just quickly go through them. So, Ceres is in Sagittarius still. And she's now direct. And Ceres is the goddess of agriculture. So Sagittarians, what are you planting? What are you seeding for the future? What are you nurturing? What are you nourishing? Geminis, who's nourishing you? And also, who are you nourishing? This is about a reciprocal arrangement. I do think, Sagittarius being a fire sign and Ceres being the goddess of agriculture, these wildfires being lit in the Amazon rainforest are an example of Ceres not being very good in Sagittarius. And I think we also need to think for ourselves, where are we lighting unnecessary wildfires? For the other mutable signs, this is also quite important. That means Virgo and Pisces. So for Virgoans, this can be about your home life. What are you nurturing there? What are you trying to make grow? Are you planting a garden? I really think that's quite a serious thing for a Virgo. Are you planting a garden? What are you doing with nature to bring nature into your home? And for Pisces, this is in your career sector, so it's working with that Jupiter that I've written about nourishing something that's going to go much further into the future, right? And also, how are you acting as a role model for other people? And what is your relationship with nature, agriculture, the garden? These are just questions maybe to ponder this month. And as I said before, the asteroids are sort of a theme that's in the background, because they're not changing signs, they're not dramatic in that way. Okay, now the next one I want to look at is Juno, which is in Virgo at the moment. So you know that there's this massive stellium in Virgo, which is just taking a lot of energy for everybody. Juno is part of that stellium, and Juno is to do with, among other things, marriage, contracts, contractual relationships, okay? So this, for Virgos, obviously, this is quite a good time to get married. You've got Venus, Mars, Mercury, Juno in your sign. You're holding the reins of power there in a way. For Pisces, ditto, in fact, because it's the opposite sign to Virgo. And for other earth signs, that is Capricorn and Taurus, you should be thinking about contracts, okay? What contracts you're making, and contracts. In particular, I think for Taurus, you should be making a contract with things that you love, okay? What is it that you really love? And it's about making a commitment to that. So this could be children, people that you love, but it also is about occupations that you love, stuff you love doing. For Capricorns, I think it's a little bit different. It's about higher knowledge, about making a contract with deciding to become an expert or become more knowledgeable about a certain subject. So you've got Juno in there from 24th of August to the 4th of November, right? And Juno's going to be making aspects to the Capricorn planets in Capricorn, Pluto and Saturn. So she's in quite a powerful position this month, and supported and supportive of all these other planets in Virgo. Okay, so then we have Pallas, which is went into Scorpio. Okay, this is important, on the 26th of August, so at the end of last month. Pallas is the goddess of wisdom. Okay, so Scorpios, that's your role at the moment. Be wise, and know that you have some wisdom. For Taurians, you're able to get very good advice, because it's the opposite sign. You're able to get good help, good advice. So if you have a question, go find the person who can give you the right answer. Don't be shy about asking questions. so let's see, Scorpio, which means that's that like that. So for Leo, that's quite cool. You've got some quite serious help from for Leos from the bottom of your chart, from your home, right? So if you need wisdom, look to home. It's somewhere at home, or it may be even from a dead person. Let's put it just bluntly like that, from someone in the past, or yeah, so from your house. And for Aquarians, it's the other way around. It's go outside of the home if you want some wisdom. Go outside of your house. Go into the world. Ask the questions. And also, I think for Aquarians, you may find yourself in the position of being the person who is asked the questions. Yes, ditto for Scorpios. Okay, so the last one I want to look at really quickly is Vesta, which I've actually written about in the horoscopes for the people that it really affects the most, because Vesta is turning retrograde in Taurus. So for Taurus, that's a really important thing. And also, to a greater or lesser extent, for Scorpio and some of the other signs. I hope that's helpful, or too crazy, but let me know whether you find this this really fast roundup of the asteroids helpful, or if I should just skip it. Drop me a line.